It's time to change from a 4-thread to a 3-thread overlock on the Pfaff Admire Air 5000. This is the second most common stitch that I use, a 4-thread, a 3-thread overlock, and a rolled hem. So to start off, I want you to take your scissors and clip the thread for the outside needle. That's the left needle. Go ahead and remove the thread completely from the serger. And I say completely because if you leave this dangling, it will find its friends and come back in at a later time. So I always recommend, if you're not using the spool, take it off your serger. Trust me. Next, you're going to need the needle insertion tool and your screwdriver. Now we have done a video on how to take your needles in and out, so I will just kind of do this by talking through it. Take the little tool, hold it or put the needle down through the hole. That way when you loosen the left needle screw, give it a little wiggle, it'll just drop right out and you don't have to have your fingers in there. Make sure you tighten that screw when you're done so it doesn't wiggle loose. So this is considered a narrow 3-thread because we're using the inside needle. I love to use this when I'm working on like a single layer of fabric. Maybe I'm overlocking all the edges just so they don't become frayed out like you're seeing right here. Here, let's even do that little edge. And it puts such a nice delicate edge on the fabric. It should lay flat, but we are going to talk about the cutting width in our knife adjustment video, like how wide do we need our fabric to fill in that area. So if you do see loops right here, take your knife adjustment and increase it. That's moving the knife further away from the needles so more fabric is left. This is a beautiful edge for especially if you need to serge around all the raw edges and then know that your sewing construction seam, something you do on your sewing machine, has the ability to allow for taking in or taking out, maybe if you're working with a very fitted pattern. Sometimes it's just easy to go around it like a tablecloth. Yes, you can do a rolled hem, but some days you just need to get around it. You match your threads, you go, you're done, and before you know it, you got it back on the table at the right size you need it. Ask me how I know that because I did that like before a Thanksgiving dinner. So a 3-thread, you're not wasting extra thread, but it is a beautiful edge along all types of fabrics.